Okay, hi, I'm Sally, welcome to class. This session will be very much focused on stretching out the hamstrings. We're going to start by warming the legs up. So just taking the feet roughly hip width distance apart. Just going to bend the knees ever so slightly. Get that tailbone drawing down towards the earth. Not so much tucking the tailbone under, but just getting that length through the lumbar spine. And feeling those front hip bones, that's the front of your iliac crest, just lift a little. And then we've already got the core engaged. So when we bring the pelvis into a more neutral alignment than we might be in for most of the day, then we start to engage the pelvic floor and the lower abdominal muscles a little bit better. We're going to let the arms just release down by our side. Let's take a nice deep breath in, just floating one arm up, gently coming over into a sideways bend. Now don't go too deep yet, just want to get that flexion to come from the middle part of the back. The other arm's just hanging down nice and loose. Back to the centre, nice deep breath in, and then again just exhaling over again from there. Neck and shoulders again nice and relaxed, lengthening through that spine. Perfect. Okay, and then back to centre. One more time either side. Again, gentle reach over. Lovely. And then again coming back. Breath in. Exhale again to come over from there. Awesome. And then back to centre. Coming into chair pose now. So just drive the hips back, float the arms forwards. Push into the heels to bring yourself back up. And then again coming down. So this, as we come down, the hamstrings are shortening, and as we come up, they're lengthening out again. So just getting some heat in the muscle fibres of the hamstrings before we start to stretch them out. So again, slowly down, drive the hips forwards, arms float back. And again, reaching forwards and lift. Let's just do one more time. Good. And then coming up from there. Little isometric contraction. I'm going to balance on one leg. So I'm taking the weight over onto my right foot. I'm going to bend that right knee a little. Again, neutral with the pelvis and just hover now the left foot up away from the ground. Good. Keep that right knee just a little bit bent. That way that hamstring and calf muscle, which cross over at the back of the knee, together they kind of meet there and hang out, is going to have to work a little bit harder. Harder means more heat, heat means more pliable, so again a little bit easier to stretch. Good, just hold that there, couple more breaths. Good job. Okay, let the legs straighten out now and just pop that left leg in front of the right. Got a little external rotation on that left hip. I'm reaching up now with the left arm. I'm going to flip the hand so the palm faces up, and then from here I'm just going to reach over. Okay. Again, just let the right arm just hang down nice and relaxed. Okay, and then back to centre. Chair pose again, this time with the feet together, so a little different. Again, floating the arms forwards and lift. And then again, coming down, just take 5 of these and lift. And again, slowly down, come on up. Good job. Okay. Lovely. All right, as we come up now, taking the weight over onto the left leg, bend the left knee a little. Hover now the right foot up away from the floor. Again, tailbone draws down, feel the front hip bones, so iliac crest just lifting a little. Good, drop through the pelvic floor, pull that belly button in, just pausing here. Feel that hamstring and calf muscle on the left side working. Arms again nice and relaxed. Good job. Okay, and then just popping the foot back down from there. We're going to come into triangle pose, and then we'll switch our focus onto lengthening out the hamstrings. So turning the right foot out, left heel turns away a little, so a nice long stance. Hips again nice and level. Reach on out, breath in, and then slowly turn the arms from here, just resting that right hand down. Trikonasana. Stacking the shoulders, stack the ribs. Good. By stacking the ribs, I mean just get that little rotation. So just bringing that left side back, left ribs back, right ribs forwards, just so the left side stacks nicely on top of the right. That's it, lovely. Let's take one more breath there. Come on up now, inhale. Good, keeping the arms stretched out. Let's just turn it to the other side. So turning now that right heel away, left toes turn out. Again, reaching with the arms. And then just take your time now as again you come down from there for Trikonasana. So the hamstrings are stabilising the knee now. So again, they're working, warming up, ready for stretching. Again, getting that little rotation through the Nice to be here. Just see the rib cage. That's it. Neck nice and relaxed. Relaxing the jaw. Press down firmly into the feet. One more breath there. Okay, good job. All right, take your time now to come all the way up. And we'll just jump or step the feet back together. Okay, I'm going to come into downward dog now. So this is a great stretch for the hamstrings and calf muscles, of course. So let's just bend the knees a little. We're going to hinge from the waist. Activate the core as you come down, walking the hands forwards now. Let the head just drop down, pressing the hips back. Let the heels just sink down towards the floor from there. Neck is nice and relaxed. Good, and just breathe. If you're feeling a little extra stiff in any of the joints today, just walk the legs out a little bit, give the shoulders also a little bit of a wiggle. Again, neck just nice and relaxed. Good, just breathe. All right, and then just letting the knees come all the way down from there. Child's pose, Balasana. So just letting now the arms reach forwards, spreading out the fingers, press the hands down, sinking the hips down from there. Nice deep breath in, and then exhale as you reach out even more. Maybe bring the head down onto the mat. Good, okay. Bringing the hands back towards you now, coming into a standing forward fold, Uttanasana. So feet now flat onto the floor. Again, spread the toes, hands resting down, and let the head drop down too. Feel free to bend the knees a little if this feels a bit too intense. Give the head a little shake, just releasing. Releasing again into the neck. Gently lift the shoulders away from the ears so those upper postural muscles are working too. Good, now let's transfer the weight forwards a touch. So bring a little bit more weight into the balls of the feet. That will help to, again, intensify the stretch in the hamstring. You may feel it a little more in the calf muscles. Good, hold it there. All right, and then just walking it out again into downward dog. So a little variation this time. Step the feet together and just hover the right foot off the floor. You could just tuck that right foot behind the left. Let the the left heel now sink down towards the mat. So you've got a little more weight going down through that left leg now, so the stretch is going to be, again, a little more intense, or maybe a lot more intense. Good, just holding it there. Keep pressing into the hands. Good job. Let's switch over sides. So left foot now behind the right. Again, just pausing there. Keep pressing into the hands. Again, you might feel that quite strongly in the gastrocnemius, so the chunky bit of the calf muscle as well. Good. One more breath. And then just popping again the left foot down, and then bringing the knees again down towards the floor. We'll come to a seated position now. We'll just come into a straightforward Paschimottanasana, so a seated forward fold. If you know this is tricky for you, so if it's tricky for you to come forward, just take a block or a bolster, or maybe 2 blocks, and just place that underneath the hips. And that will encourage the pelvis to tilt forwards more easily without really yanking on the hamstrings. Got to go easy with those tight hamstrings. So just reaching the legs out in front now. Now if you find your knees are off the back of the floor and it's uncomfortable to be there, especially if you're hyperextensive in the knees, you could take another rolled up yoga mat and just pop that, or cushion or bolster again, and just pop that underneath the knees for a bit of support. Going to press into the heels now, toes drawing back. Just take it nice and easy, let the hands just come forwards. Shoulders just drawing back and down. Just keeping the gaze forwards for now. Good. And then as the legs release, if the legs release, then just see if you can fold a little bit further forwards from there. So pelvis just tilting forwards tiny bit more with each breath. So it's an anterior tilt of the pelvis. That's going to pull more on the hamstrings, especially the tops of the hamstrings where they attach onto those sitting bones. All right, let's bring ourselves all the way up now. Nice big inhale as you come up. Take the hands to the mat behind you, lifting the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lifting the chin. Shoulders again just drawing back and down. Good, just pausing there. Good job, and then release. Okay, let's just give the hamstrings a little bit of a rest, bringing the soles of the feet together, knees out to either side, hands just resting to the feet, Baddha Konasana. Again, lift tall through the spine, exhale to fold, head relaxing down again. Shoulders are dropping down away from the ears. Inhale, exhale. Great, and then just coming all the way up from there. Awesome. Okay, so we'll come into a slightly different forward fold now, reaching the right leg out, the left foot's coming back. This is head to knee pose. I find doing single leg forward fold, you can get a bit more intense stretch onto the hamstring. So let's reach on up with the arms now. Nice deep breath in, exhale. Let's see if we can catch the foot. If you can't, just grab a scarf or a yoga mat and pop that around the foot and then hold on to the prop. Nice deep breath in, exhale, fold. As you draw the toes back towards you, that's going to intensify the stretch, especially across the back of the knee. If it feels too much, then please just pop, again, hands down onto the mat instead. Good. Now just see if you can get a little rotation through the torso. So the right ribs draw back and the left ribs draw forwards. Again, just holding it there. Just breathe. Good. Okay. Walking the hands back towards you. You're going to come into heron pose now. So we're just taking hold of the right foot with both hands. Or again, you can place a scarf or belt around the foot. Pressing into the heel now as you lift on up from there. So the toes again are drawing back towards you, up to how high you take the leg. And of course you can still keep a little bit of a bend in the knee if that works for you better. Try not to go to a point where the legs are really shaking, because that's not ideal. That's working towards a muscle strain. So just make sure that knee bends a little bit more if the hamstrings are really shaking like crazy. Just take the stretch off a little bit. Okay, you can take a twist from here. So I'm just going to invite you now just to bring that left hand to the outside of the right foot, or take hold of the belt or scarf just in the left hand if you're using a prop. I'm going to sweep that right arm forwards now and exhale to pull it back. Okay, so I'm just taking a right angle with the right arm, and then twisting from my torso, especially from the middle back. Good. Okay, coming back to centre now, and then exhale to release down. Good job. Okay, so bending with that right knee now, left leg reaches out in front, stretching up, inhale, exhale, fold, Janu Shashasana. So bringing again hands onto the foot, or maybe down onto the ground, or again just taking a scarf or belt and placing that around the foot. So see what works best for you today. You'll probably notice with lengthening through the back body as we're doing today, it will change from day to day what you can access, especially if you've done a lot of activity the day before. The hamstrings might be a little tighter. I did some weight training yesterday, so I'm finding my hamstrings feel a little different than they did 2 days ago, but that's okay. So just be aware every time you go into a posture, just check in with what's okay with you on that particular day, because it's probably going to be different from last week. Okay, so from here now, just taking a couple more deep breaths, just trying to enjoy that stretch if you can. Hopefully it's not too uncomfortable. Okay, and then take your time now as you come all the way back up, just picking up that left foot now. Again, use a yoga belt around the foot if you need to, if you prefer. And then pressing into that heel again as the toes draw back towards you. Shoulders are releasing down, just lifting the gaze. Inhale, exhale. Okay. And then again from here, we're just going to take a twist. So bringing that right hand to the outside of left foot, or maybe from there just taking a hold of the belt or strap if you're using one. And then bringing that left arm back from there. Nice big twist through the middle spine. So freeing up that thoracic spine. You're going to find the breath now is a little more shallow than it was because the lungs don't quite have enough space to stretch out. So we're not going to stay here too long. Okay, and then just releasing all the way down from there. Good job. I'm going to come down onto our backs now. Now here is where it is a really good idea to have a yoga belt or scarf. You can just pop around the foot. I'm using a scarf today. So rolling down from there, we'll just take a little knee drop side to side, let the arms relax out, and then just letting the legs drop to one side, and then the other, just taking your time, nice and slowly. And then back to centre. Taking now the prop just around the right foot, going to press into the heel and direct that up towards the sky. Let the shoulders now just soften down into the floor. Keep pressing into that right heel as the toes draw back towards you. See how that feels? You might find you can easily let that left leg relax down. But if that feels too much, again, of course, just keep that left foot flat onto the floor instead. Okay, either hanging out here or a little more intense now and come into a little bit of an ab curl. So using that upper body weight to pull on the right leg a little bit more, but don't just pull on the leg, of course. Use your core as well. So navel into spine, and then just releasing all the way down from there. Great, okay. Let's change up sides, nearly there now. So again, reaching up with that left leg, again, drawing the toes back towards you. Shoulders again, just relax down away from the ears. Good, just holding it there. Lovely. See how that feels. And again, you can just let that right leg relax down onto the mat if you did on the other side. Slow deep breathing. That breath is going to really help the muscles feel safe enough to relax and lengthen out. Okay, one more breath. And then from here again, just lifting the head up if you want to make that a little more intense. I was getting too into it then. So curling up from there, navel into spine, using that little extra body weight to intensify the stretch into the back of the leg. Okay, and then again, just releasing all the way down from there. Good job. Okay, just going to pop to one side. Just let the feet now rest onto the floor. Just going to drop the knees in towards one another, and just allow the back to relax down onto the mat from there. Okay, let the arms relax down by your side. So just try to let the body soften and relax now. Feel free to just close the eyes. Just going to rest here for a moment, and then we'll come up to sitting and finish with some breath work. So really filling the lungs now. Slow deep inhale. Just allowing the ribcage to expand as the lungs fill. Allow the face and jaw to relax. Okay, and then just draw the knees in towards you. Give yourself a nice big hug. Just wrapping the arms around the legs. Back of the neck is nice and long. Just pausing here. And then just rolling up to sitting or rolling onto your side and then coming up. Just going to come into a seated position from there. I'm going to invite you now just to join me with some alternate nostril breathing. This is a great way to balance your yin and yang energy, or your hot and cold energies in the body, or male and female, it depends how you want to look at it. And also just sustain you for the day, so give you energy for the day as well. If you're doing this in the evening, Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing, can be very helpful for rest. to calming the nervous system down. So different types of pranayama have different effects depending on what time of day you do them. So we're going to take our right hand now, we're just taking our peace fingers and just bringing the tips of those peace fingers to the third eye, just in between the eyebrows and then up a little bit. We're taking our thumb now, the mouth will be closed, and we're using that right thumb to close the right nostril. We're going to breathe in through the left nostril from there, breathing in now. And then we use that second finger in, that ring finger, to close the left nostril. We're going to lift the right thumb and just breathe out through the right side. Now let's breathe in again through the right side. And then close the right nostril with the thumb again, open the left side and breathe out. So that's one full cycle. So let's try that again. Breathing in through the left side. Close the left side, open the right, breathe out. Breathe in through the right side. Close the right side, open left, exhale. Breathe in, left side. Closing left side, open right, breathing out. Breathing in, right side. Closing right side, open left, exhale. Breathing in, left side, keep the back nice and straight. Closing, breathing in, left side, closing left side, open right, exhale. Breathing in, right side. Closing right side, open left, exhale. Couple more, breathe in left side. Closing left side, open right, breathe out. Breathing in, right side. Closing right side, open left, exhale. And relaxing the hand down. With the mouth closed, just breathing slowly in and out through the nose now. Softening the gaze or closing the eyes. Taking 3 deep sighs out, inhale. Breathing in. Breathing in. Exhale out. Namaste, thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this session.